Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to SimPlay Motorsport here for your GT3 action in Pro-Am. Apologies for the delay in the stream. The server reset itself and then Streamlabs issues meant that we haven't been able to get underway at the correct times. But we are live now. There's 5 minutes left of free practice. We do apologise for the slight delay tonight. We also still apologise for the cameras. So what we are tonight trying, as you see there, the beautiful KTM that we are currently in the spectator seat, is we are trying the spectator camera. Now, this worked the other day, and the way I'm going to get it to find out is PN is going to be watching Daz Automatic for me, and he's going to tell me where Daz is on track right now.
Now coming up to the top of a mountain. Right.
So, at the minute, it's not working like it did in GT4s. For some reason, the other day on GT4s, it worked absolutely brilliant. It's not working as we need it to now. So we are going to try our best to bring you as best coverage as we can. But it is the AM night. Obviously, lack of drivers in recent events have meant that we haven't streamed the Pro-Am or AM or GT4s events. It's Pro that seems to be having the most drivers. We've decided that because the cameras are not working properly, we will not stream if there is less than 10 drivers. But yeah, it should be an interesting one either way. We've got 11 drivers for you, so there is a stream tonight. We apologise that the streams haven't been great. Sunday night, next week, we'll be getting this one sorted out in the Discord. There is sign-ups as well out if you want to take part in our PS5 Championship, which will start... Oh, Dan's in the wall. Which will start on Sunday evening at the Temple of Speed Monza. PS5 version of ACC. Get yourself to the Discord or SimGrid and get yourself signed up for that one if you haven't done so already. That'll be the Sunday night stream. We are sacrificing the AM stream. Now, if there is a way we can do the cameras, we will try and put a highlight package together for amateur division, and we will try and put something out on the channel for that. We are going to try and still work with this. We do believe that this will be the end of the PS4 version. Now, for those PS4 drivers who are PS4 only, there may still be a championship non-streamed that we will run. We will obviously discuss that in our AGM meeting as we go. There is 3 minutes left of free practice. I'm your host tonight, Mathew Duffin, in the commentary box. Tonight, there is no Benedict Varga. There is the man, the myth, the legend. That is PNMotorsport. PN, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, as I'm watching Monkey dive bomb Dan through the chase, and they hit each other. Oh. I'm good, because I won AM last night.
You did win AM last night, very convincingly, by 40-odd seconds. It was a very good win for yourself.
Yeah, in slightly drier conditions than this.
Little drier. Yeah, little drier. GT4 was you raced in as well, and that was a lot drier, because GT4 was dry tyres for a bit of that.
Well, for about a lap, dry tyres, because I had no temps. And it's like, yeah, I'm putting the wets back on. Yeah. And just have really low pressures in the wets.
With, though, 2 minutes 34 of practice remaining, the Manufacturers' Championship looks like this. Bentley have a commanding lead over Audi at the top of the standings. 276 points is the gap there. Ferrari are then third on 859. They can still win the Manufacturers' title. McLaren are P4. They can also win the manufacturer's title. They are on 799 points. Honda are on 700, excuse me, and 77 points. They also can still win the manufacturer's championship. Porsche, the first team who cannot win the manufacturer's championship. Neither can Lexus in 7th. Jaguar in 8th. BMW in P9. Excuse me. Aston Martin P10. Mercedes P11. Lamborghini P12. Retia P13. Nissan P13 and Retia hasn't had anybody drive it this season.
I think Ripper should.
I think Ripper should. Actually, no. There's only 22 points in that. I think Dan should. 115 points clear of Daz.
Yeah.
There. Speaking of 115 points, sorry, go on, PM.
As Jay just said in YouTube chat. Good evening, YouTube chat. Had a good setup. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. A very good setup.
Right.
He's now trying to work his magic with Daz tonight.
In terms of then the Pro-Am Championship, it is Dan who leads the way, 115 points clear of Daz Automatic. But Dan, currently the fastest man out on circuit. Daz the second fastest. Daz, though, tonight will receive a qualifying ban in that second qualifying. Third place is Sooty Apex, who keeps telling us he's on the slicks, but we all know what Sutty's like. He's not. Kyle F having a cracking season up in P4. He's not a million miles away behind Sutty, 21 points. Kishanyika still with pedal problems. 3 to 4 weeks he could be out for, or 2 to 3 weeks, I suppose, is now the bigger estimation. Dennis Newman is P6, and we hadn't heard from Dennis all last week, so while we are live now, we wish Dennis a speedy recovery. He was involved in a car accident, and he says he's going to try and be back as soon as possible. But Dennis, we hope you get better soon and take your time. Do not worry about coming back if you're not ready to. Hypertech.
Place it on the pad.
Exactly. Hypertech is P7, currently sat in the pit lane. Noza is in P8. Ant, he's having wheel-based problems as well, so he can't race on his Fanatec. He's P9. Ginger Bush is back this week after his race win at the Hungaroring. He is P10. No Lucas Roth in P11. DJ Phil Green is P12 in his Honda. Monkey Boy is then P13 after the loss of Sekulovic. He has been removed from the championship. Bryn still suffering with PS5 issues. He's P15. Shoemaker, P16. We just came in real. P17. Il Cavalier is in P17. Leon Fernie bringing up the rear in P19. As we have also lost Max Mulder from this championship. The Constructors' Championship looks a little like this. It is Audio Sport of Dan and Kelly, who are 199 points clear of KD Racing. Dynaco Racing are P3 with Switchback Racing Team fourth. Greasy Bandit are actually third. For some reason, that hasn't updated. So the Greasy Bandit team are actually third place in the Constructors. Then it's Dynaco Racing. Then it is Switchback Racing Team. Then it is the Worst Pace Scenario Team. In terms of our sort of milestones tonight, Sutty could have got podiums, but he didn't race on Monday night, so it will not be any milestone for any manufacturer or any car tonight. PN.
Mathew.
Bathurst. You obviously drove it Monday night and you drove it last night. What car would be your preference? What car do we think could be the best car to be in tonight?
To be honest, I reckon it'd be more likely been the McLaren. The McLaren was quicker in AM as well. But you can't count out the Audis, especially with Dan and Daz, and Ripper and tomorrow night in Pro. And the Bentley. Because the Bentley's got a nice big long straight where it can really use its girth.
There's a poll going out. Race 1 winner, Ginger Bush or any other driver. Please do let us know, as we're just going to check the replay cameras. And no, still not working. So whatever it did Monday night, it worked. Whatever it's doing now, it isn't. Monday night, we actually got to watch on the Helicam and on the other cameras the replay, and it was pretty much live of the drivers. For some reason, that isn't working now, so we will try and get this one sorted. Yeah, hopefully it'll work in the race. We'll get the race started and have a look for you. But PN Bathurst, tricky circuit in the dry. In the wet, it's a different challenge.
In the wet's worse for being tricky. Oh, I can hear my own voice again. Yeah, it's a very tricky circuit, and hey, to get a win at Bathurst. At the moment, this is the PS4's version of the game's Nürburgring N24 track. If you can win here, you can win anywhere. Of course, in theory, eventually we'll get the Nordschleife in the PS5.
Yeah, and that's coming spring, summertime next year, which we are looking forward to. Keep your eyes out for a 24-hour of the Nordschleife race on the channel next year when it comes to the PS5 version. Indeed. We all know the PS4 version, and it is going to be a big, big night tonight in terms of Daz Automatic and Dan on Orthodubs. Dan, by the way, celebrated his 150th podium on Monday night, so a massive congratulations to Dan, who achieved that milestone, the first driver to get to 150 podiums. To him, an absolutely fantastic achievement.
Right, now here's the funny part. My KTM's been devoured by a Bentley.
Yeah, I think mine was by Sutty's.
Yeah, mine's been devoured by Cavalier.
So then, get your comments in the chat. If you disagree with who you think is going to win the race tonight, please let us know in the comments who you think it will be. But on Orthodubs, you have to say 150 podiums. You know, he's been here a while. 6-time champ, fighting for a 7th in Pro-Am, fighting for an 8th in GT4. you know, 150 podiums. It's a remarkable achievement that he got to on Monday night.
Yeah, it is. As Jurassic Jam just said, hey, is it working properly now? No.
No.
to put it mildly, no.
Sadly not.
Oh, and Argent's in the chat.
Kieran Argent, all the best from Mexico. Well, good evening, Kieran. Does that mean the wedding has happened? Is this the honeymoon, Kieran? If so, congratulations on the wedding. Evening to Peaceful Stepdad as well as Peaceful Explosion and Benedict Varga in the chat.
10 seconds. Yep. Oh, this is going to be messy.
What are the other cameras like? Well, we'll get the race underway, Mike. We'll watch the opening lap or two and wait for the field to spread out a little bit before we get it done and change the cameras so we don't miss
Leon's
anything.
missed the start.
Leon Fernie misses the start of the race. Right, the reverse grid then is as follows. Let me find the right page. There we go. Leon Fernie would have been on pole position. He has missed the start line, so that means that Cavalier will start in pole position. Monkey Boy will then be starting behind Cavalier. So them two need to swap around.
It's probably not how you say Cavalier's name, but I don't see it.
I mean,
Vauxhall Cavalier.
Yeah, as I'm reading it, that's what I'm saying. Don't know what DJ Phil's doing here.
Does anyone know what DJ Phil's
I mean, in
doing
all fairness, it's Monkey Boy that we need here to sort of get out of the way.
Monkey Boy is at the front of the field. Cavalier needs to get in front of Monkey Boy, so Cavalier's in the wrong place as well. Hang on, let me just double check Discord.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at Discord. Cavalier, Monkey Boy, DJ Phil. So let's take a look. So DJ Phil is currently in the correct position. After DJ Phil, it is then Ginger Bush.
Yep, it is on
After
track.
Ginger Bush, it is Noza.
Correct.
Yeah. After Noza, it is then Hypertech. After Hypertech, it is KLF. Then it is Sooty Apex. Yeah. Then it is Daz. Then it is Dan. So it is literally...
Cavalier not in the right place.
It is everybody's in the correct place now.
Yeah, so he's probably heard watching the stream and heard us say. God, we wish the cameras are working properly, but hey, we've got PS5 stuff on for Sunday.
We have mixed grid GT3s. It'll be invite only, so need to get people sorted with invite with adding my PSN.
Yep, Mathew, for those who don't know.
I'm going to try and get some thumbnails made over the weekend whilst in Switzerland. And Pierre, you get a break from the comms box tomorrow night. It's Dan and Kelly bringing you the pro action tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll get a break. I'll get to sit back and watch. And not be in the lobby because you can't do that no more.
No more lingering in the lobby. Yeah, no more lingering in the lobby.
More the cameras are broken.
Yes.
So I get to play some Destiny tomorrow night, maybe. Yeah.
There you go. Right, we're coming down the hill towards the first part of the circuit.
Into the Bentley elbow.
Lovely sponsor that of this circuit, the Bentley. Beautiful.
Don't think it is that now. I think it's changed since they did the scan for the circuit for the game.
Yeah. Down the chase. They're all coming now. Who will? PN, who? Sorry, the Conrad Straight. Apology. Yeah, you know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean. It's fine. Tip for the race winner, PN.
Oh, if they can survive. Who do I put the commentator's curse on?
Well, that's the biggest question, isn't it?
Who am I going to put commentator's curse on? I know how good the Bentley is around here because I did a whole race around it yesterday.
Yeah.
In the Bentley compared with the KTM, which I really want to shoot. Oh, I'm going to say Monkey Boy because he's favourable spot.
Monkey Boy for the win. I'm going to go Ginger Bush, and we're actually going to go and watch from P4 on the grid. That'll be Ginger Bush now, as there's no Leon Fernie who missed the start. So he's a lap down. So Ginger Bush will be lining up P4 as they go double file. Cavalier's good formation up for Cavalier here. He's kept them all nice and bunched up and tight and ready to go as the race starts to initialise. And track's going to get drier in 30 minutes, but for round 11 of the season, it is green and go. It's a great launch from the Ginger Bush. Round the outside, Noser comes up the middle, just taps Ginger Bush wide, and already it's carnage at turn 1. Daz has got through, so is Unorthodox. Sooty Apex was wide as well. He's also got past Ginger Bush. Noser now coming under some pressure from his teammate of Hypertech as Monkey Boy leads this race coming down towards turn 2. Hiccups now. Monkey Boy from Il Cavalier down towards turn 2 they come, in towards the mountain part for the first time tonight. DJ Phil very, very wide. KLF, he's behind Dan, and Daz looking to make moves early doors. He's to the outside of Hypertech and backs out of that one. Sensible move there from Daz. Oh, it's Hypertech. Huge wiggle.
Daz has got a very good race engineer now talking into his ear.
He has.
Michael Chase.
He has indeed. Right, back out to the front of the pack. Let's try this replay feature now. This should hopefully give us what we want to see. We're going to skip the replay as far as we can go, so apologies. PN, where on track are we?
Watch a monkey coming into Skyline.
I don't know where that is. No, it is not working like it did on GT3. So we've tried it, it is not working. So we've got to put up with these cameras for now. So Monkey Boy from Il Cavalier. DJ Phil right on the back of the Bentley, who's had a bit of a tap on the wall. Loses the rear end. DJ Phil moves himself up into P2. Noser's followed through. Hypertech's also had a moment. Daz now gaining up another place, as did Unorthodox. Kelly as well. He's had a moment coming down the hill. Sooty's got through the carnage. So is Ginger Bush. And Hypertech there, Noser there, sorry, bounced off the wall. Daz gets the run down the Conrad straight. Monkey Boy has checked out up front, but DJ Phil currently running in a P2 position at the moment. And I tell you what, he's got a fantastic job for him if he can gap these drivers already. Daz, though, now moves into P3. Noser now coming under pressure from Unorthodox. Sooty's watching all this happen. Dan backs out of that as Noser keeps it fully committed through the little right-hand kink. And up the hill we go. I'm going to go with Sooty, says Benedict Varga in the chat. Dan now gets a better run than Noser through the chicane and down towards the final corner they come. Dan looks like he's got the job done there on Noser. What about Sooty? Looking to the outside. Noser comes back at Dan. Dan sees him coming, avoids the incident there, and they both manage to get through without any carnage.
Speaking of incidents in that corner, the last season of Project Cars 2, right, Matt?
Yeah, last season of Project Cars 2, a certain KLF and Kieran Argent, if I remember correctly, as Sooty up the inside. Thank you, Mama, for the carrots. As Ginger Bush now gets the run on Noser, and Ginger Bush is also through. Kelly straight into the pits. I imagine we're going to see Cavalier. No, he stays out. Hypertech also stays out. Leon Fernie watching all this unfold. But out front, it is Monkey Boy who's got a 4-second lead. DJ Phil has got a Daz automatic as Phil has a snap mid corner. Daz follows through. Daz up to second place. Well, to say he's got a quali ban, he's making the most of race 1 at the minute, PN.
He is indeed. Let's see when he pits, because...
Oh, sorry, PN. Dan, it's past DJ Phil. It looks like he's struggling. Dan has got ahead of DJ Phil. He's got the job done. The rain as well. He's going to lighten in 30 minutes. Back to you, PN.
Yeah, let's see how quickly Daz can catch Monkey. You've got to be patient through the mountain section.
You have.
You've got to be so patient. In GT4s, this is where the KTM really worked. Yeah. And then I had a Ginetto in the way, and time to get at the corner onto the Conrad, the Ginettos were gone. I just
DJ,
bye.
Sorry, DJ Phil looking very, very twitchy. Sooty's lost the rear. He's gone around coming down the hill. He didn't hit a wall. He didn't hit DJ Phil. He's gone around. Noser's got through. Ginger Bush has got through. Cavalier's nowhere near. Leon Fernie's unlapped himself. Oh, now Ginger Bush is in the wall at the elbow.
Oh, Leon put him in the wall as well.
Well.
And Leon's a let down to this lot.
Yeah. I think that's Leon trying to get past and unlap himself as Ginger Bush went in the wall. Daz started to close that gap to Monkey Boy. You can see Monkey Boy there, up towards the chicane. Kelly's done his pit stop and he's out. He's already at turn 2 as Dan and Daz flying through the chicane at the moment. Daz going to want to try and close some points in on Dan. Obviously, Dan can qualify for the second race. Daz cannot. So Daz has got a lot of work to do.
Monkey.
As what's happened to Monkey, PM?
No, nothing. I was just... I thought Monkey went off it. But it was a camera angle. It was just, these camera angles were stuck with
unfortunately. Out through turn 1. Daz gaining on Monkey Boy. Dan sticking to the back of Daz at the moment. It's going really well for him so far. Looking really good pace for Dan tonight. But Bathurst, a tricky place to overtake. Ginger Bush side by side with Noser a little further down. He's got that outside line. Both of these cars seem to have damage. Leon Fernie has managed to pull away a little bit. And the Porsche trying to get to top speed. Back comes the Aston. The orange and blue Porsche versus the green and black Aston. Fighting in the constructors. Noser back up the inside at turn 2. He's gone a little deep. Ginger Bush tries to tuck underneath. Can't get it done. Cavaliers in the pit. Sutty stays out. Hypertech also stays out. So them two not pitting. Neither did Leon Fernie. Back to Daz and Dan though up front. Great little scrap here.
Yeah, and they're reeling in Monkey Boy hand over fist now.
Yeah, they are indeed. But it's one thing to catch, as Murray Walker once said. It's another to pass. Daz looks like he's just pulled away from Dan a little bit at the top of the hill. Yeah, Dan there. So tentative on the throttle. Just maybe a little unhappy with the car. Look at the bumps and lumps as Daz. Oh, nearly into the wall. And the problem is for Dan is he's got nowhere to go to get past him. Dan nearly losing the rear end there. Now he's going to have a look. Oh, Dan's getting brave. Ballsy, some may say that he's looking at the moment as Daz covers that inside line and now can sort himself back out hunting after Monkey Boy.
Yep. Daz was about to net what's it away from the wall.
Noser has had a moment somewhere. He's got Sutty Apex hassling the back of him. And if you go back to Daz, who's punching a hole in the air for Dan, but Daz also having a hole punched in the air, a big hole by Monkey Boy, as in towards the chicane they come now towards the end of the lap, and down towards the final corner. PN, it's been a good start to this race.
It has. It's been a bit messy in places with, and of course the mountain catching everybody out like normal. Kind of expect it. It's a tricky circuit.
Down then, out of the final corner towards Hell Corner, they call it. Turn 1, KLF back in the pits. So for poor old Kelly, it's gone from bad to worse. Big damage on the car, but it is 3 for the lead here. Sutty and Noser, they've been scrapping. Sutty's got through. Down the mountain straight they come, then they're heading towards Quarry Bend. And this is where we're going to find out if Unorthodox or Daz Automatic have what it takes to make a move, because Daz hassling the back of Monkey Boy, Dan hassling the back of Daz. In towards Quarry Bend they come now. All line of stern. Daz a little deep, manages to pull it back into the corner, and Dan just has to be patient. Now then, up towards the cutting. Can Daz get it done on Monkey Boy? He's not going to now for this next part of the lap. It's really going to tighten up. Griffin's Mount is the next part of this corner, this track. This little right-hand bend here. I have. How did you know? Reed Park.
I'm doing the corner now.
I am doing the corner. Brilliant, isn't it? Reed Park up now towards Sulman Park. And you just see Daz over the top, Dan over the top of the mountain, really gaining on Daz Automatic. Leon Fernie is now past Kelly, and Leon has to pit. Now then, down towards Skyline. They come. Dan. Oh, Daz and Dan both get their braking horribly wrong and have to take the chicane in towards the S as they come before they get to the dipper. And I tell you what, PN, these two could trip over each other here, and Monkey Boy at the minute in the place he needs to be.
Evening match cars, both Audis.
Yeah.
As they're now on the Conrad Straight, heading towards the chase, which is the Conrad Straight, because this straight used to blow engines.
Right, Dan pulls out to the right on that inside line of Daz Automatic. It's Audi versus Audi. Daz tries to squeeze Dan. Oh, a little tap there. Puts Dan on the grass a little bit. And as they come through towards up towards the chase now, Daz keeps hold of his position.
Yeah, and what's the final corner's name?
Murray.
Oh, Daz is pitting.
Oh,
that was...
Yeah, that was... Did he... I wonder if he thought late because of the pit line going solid. Has that caught him out a little bit there? Because obviously the dashed line you can cross, solid line, big no-no.
No, and his race engineer would be telling him that right now, don't cross the solid line, because that's what I caught a certain driver in GT4's doing. Well, Star was the car behind with 21 seconds of damage.
So down the mountain straight come come Dan and Monkey Boy now. These boys have got a big gap out front. What was Daz doing then, says Peaceful in the chat.
Yeah, Hypertech's now entering the pits.
So Hypertech in, Noza in, Leon in, Daz in, everybody else staying out. Monkey Boy, by the way, still leads this race. He's led for half of it. And now can he keep the 6-time champ behind him?
Yeah, and the most successful person on the podium with an Orpha Dubs as well.
Most successful pole positions, most successful winner. Dan's giving him a cheeky flash here.
I've got to say this, though. DJ Phil in third at the moment.
Yeah, he's obviously was fourth. He's, kept it out of trouble while everybody else behind him has made mistakes. Bar Dan, Daz and Monkey Boy. Phil's not made any mistakes, and everybody behind Phil have.
Yeah, I still think he's on the D-pad.
Monkey Boy defending for his life from Dan down towards the Forest's elbow. Comes Dan and Monkey Boy. And Monkey Boy getting it stopped. Now Dan will be tucked right behind Monkey Boy. He seems to get a better exit than Monkey Boy there. Down the Conrad straight they come. Is Dan going to do what he did to Daz?
Oh, it's a battle of horsepower. The Audi more sleek and lean compared with the brick that is the Bentley.
Well, Dan just ahead at the moment, but Monkey Boy now comes back level. Dan's corner entry was a little tight there, and Monkey Boy backs out that. Still has that inside line. Just a nose here, which Dan has to give Monkey Boy the room, but Dan now leads this race. Good move from Dan there.
A very good move by Dan. And thought about pitting. He thought about pitting.
Oh.
Monkey has entered the pit lane.
Any white line crosses there?
Oh, I won't.
From Dan?
No, he didn't cross the line.
Oh, damn it.
No, but you're not a driver in this race. So.
Not a driver, and it wasn't caught on the stream. DJ Phil now moves into second place as he's not pitted. Good track, I think, for the Honda.
Yeah, it was one of the international tracks, which in the game term, the Honda will work quite well here.
Yeah, did it Kyle Army. And we have the other two. Next week, we've got Laguna Seca and Suzuka back-to-back, rounding off the Intercontinental tracks.
Yeah, Laguna, not a fan.
Evening to Mother Davis in the chat. Ginger Bush as well pitted there. Sooty Apex hasn't now. Oh, Noser out the pits.
Straight in the wall. He's
straight in the wall.
Do you think? To be on slicks. Hang on, he's posted his Twitch or YouTube in the Discord, so I'm now going to have him investigate.
Evening to Mother Davis in the chat. PM, we're just saying that obviously we've got a lot of tracks this season that are brand new as Kelly stays to the left-hand side and lets Daz through. One thing to mention is we've got brand new tracks coming next season if we go to the PS5. There's Valencia, there's the American tracks, as well as Snetterton and Alton Park that we've not seen in the GT3s.
There is indeed. I want to be interested because it's a narrow circuit. Jules Gounon loves the place for a real-life GT3 driver. A weapon. And
Daz is in again. Daz is back in the pits.
Noza is indeed on dries.
Daz has just put a lap on Kelly and then dived straight back into the pit lane.
Let me just...
Noza's on the slicks. Daz is in the pits. Hypertech's round at the top at the mountain. Noza as well has stopped on the mountain. Noza's returned to the garage.
He has. He just put it in the wall. Daz was on the slicks as well.
So that's why Daz has gone back in. Kelly's got ahead of Leon Fernie. Well, when it rains, it pours.
It does,
So Kelly will get ahead of Noza. Hypertech's been in the walls again, so will he have to pit? So Ginger Bush is pitted. He's 7 seconds behind Monkey Boy. Sooty's up to P3. Dan's not pitted. DJ Phil stays out. What about Sooty Apex? That was late. That was late.
But it was up before VM started flying.
Yeah. Now, battle for 10th and 11th. Leon Fernie gaining on the back of KLF 900 here.
Yeah, one thing I always do before the start of a race is check my tyres are correct. Or at least if you're running down the pit lane, when the MFD come up, it'd be like, dry. Oh no, I don't want them dries, I want wets. Intermediates would be really nice, but they're not in the... They don't run them in AC.
No, they don't. So... Leon Fernie really gaining on the back of KLF here.
Yep.
Good McLaren battle.
Yeah, McLaren, as I said, the McLaren looked good here. With Dan Lick yesterday in Anne.
Hope you're well, Mother Davis. Forgot to say, hope you're recovering well. Now, down the back straight they come. Sooty Apex still in the pit lane. as Monkey Boy goes onto the lead lap. Ginger Bush will now come onto the lead lap.
Yeah, DJ Phil, P2 at the moment.
There we go. Kelly and Leo Fernie now up to 9th and 10th. So they're past Noser. Hypertech's coming up the mountain. He's ahead of Daz slightly. Now for Hypertech, how far is he ahead of Kelly? He's just gone through Sector 1. Kelly's yet to get to the start line. Leon Fernie gaining on Kelly here, though.
Yeah, well, he's right behind him.
Yeah.
Right behind him.
Monkey Boy, 50 seconds off the back of Sooty Apex, but... No, that can't be right. Sooty jump Monkey Boy in the pits? No, there we go.
No, it's not refreshed yet. So, I think Cavalier's on slicks, because tell by the body language.
Ginger Bush has got past Sooty Apex there. So can Monkey Boy get ahead of Dan, or is Dan using this free clean air to run as long as he can go? Because he's not pitting this lap either, PN.
No, but he probably need a pit either in the next couple of minutes, because the start-finish line is before you get to your pit box.
DJ Phil is now into the pits. Good to hear, Mother Davis. So Monkey Boy should come back into second for Phil. Oh, Ginger Bush in the wall. Was just about to say, can Phil hang on to 4th place over Ginger Bush and Sooty Apex? Well, Ginger Bush in the wall might help. Kelly started to pull away from Leon Fernie. Daz, though, is down at the chase while Kelly's only at the top of the mountain. So Sooty Apex now on the back of Ginger Bush, who's clipped off the wall. But DJ Phil, it's going to be close, you know. Monkey Boy's coming down the Conrad Straight.
Yeah, Noser's not come away yet. The 2-minute wait would be over by now.
Depends on his damage. I know it can hold you for longer.
It could do, but...
Because I remember Gary at Spa last season had a 5-minute wait.
You might as well go to the toilet in that break.
You may as well. DJ Phil still yet to be away. Here comes Monkey Boy. Sooty's cleared Ginger Bush. So has DJ Phil going longer worked? Because he's yet to be released. Monkey Boy's going to come. We'll go on board DJ Phil, look. Still nothing from him.
Still not
Noser's, you know Noser's still in the pits as well because his lights are flashing. They both get released at the same time. There goes Monkey Boy. There goes Sooty Apex. And there goes Ginger Bush. And for DJ Phil, P6.
Yeah. Noser lit up the tyres then.
He did.
I hope.
Oh, Leon Fernie was... I've just noticed Leon Fernie's time was down to 2/10. Well, he's hanging on straight on at the chase. Was lost out massively to Kelly now. And for Kelly... Yeah, this is going to be the biggest question. He's got 2:35 left. He's got to pit this lap, surely.
Yeah, he has got to pit this lap because we're at the pit.
What's he lapping? He's going to be lapping in the 2 teens. He's got to pit this lap because by the time he got to the last corner, he's going to be pushing that fine.
Yep. And you don't want to do that.
As Dan stops for his pit entry. Monkey Boy, top of the mountain. Well. What will happen here? Ginger Bush has lost out 1.2 seconds to Sooty Apex already. Sooty flying and on a charge. DJ Phil on the back of Noser, but Noser's a lap down. Cavalier's down in 6th. Hypertech 7th. Daz
Monkey's
down in 8th.
Skyline. He was bouncing over the top of Skyline.
Well, let's keep our eyes on Monkey Boy. Dan stationary, but I think Dan has won this one.
Yeah. Definitely by the look of things. Someone else is off. I think that's Noser again. No,
I can't see any yellow flags. Interesting one here. 2 Bentleys on the podium. Sooty Apex and Monkey Boy, the Dynaco racing team. Sooty's gaining on Monkey Boy, an absolute kipper. I think it was Ginger Bush. It is Ginger Bush because DJ Phil has got past him. So DJ Phil's up to P4 at the moment. And Sooty's gaining on his teammate. Danny's now away. He's off the limiter. He's got Daz and Hypertech who are fighting for position just ahead. And Daz and Hypertech are going to want to fight here. Dan's on the final lap of the race. These two could have 2 laps left to go. And Danny's way ahead of Monkey Boy because Monkey Boy's only just come around the final corner now. So Ginger Bush down behind DJ Phil. DJ Phil P4 at the moment.
Yeah, he is. He's obviously got the right compound of tyres on.
He's just kept himself out of trouble, hasn't he? Really?
Yeah.
Everybody else has made mistakes, and he's been one of the 4 cleanest drivers. You know, Daz has been a clean driver, but has made... Sorry, no. Actually, I say that. Sooty's made mistakes. Hypertech, lets Daz go there. Why? Dan was... There was blue flags from Dan.
Yeah.
but he's now lost a place to
Phil.
Daz.
Not Phil.
So now, is he hoping to stay with Dan to get Daz back? Oh, not like that. Not like that.
That won't work.
Now, the luckiest thing for him is Kelly is only at turn 1, and he's on his last lap. Dynaco Racing battle here. Yeah, I was about to say, Dynaco Racing battle.
Why did I hit drive for?
It's funny, I was watching Cars yesterday. A Disney film. Obviously, Dynaco, race team on there. Tried to sign Lightning McQueen.
They did sign Lightning McQueen when he bought Rusties in
when he got Cruz Ramirez. They signed Cruz Ramirez, like McQueen was just the crew chief.
But McQueen was still part of a team because being sponsored by Rusties.
No, that wasn't Dynaco. That wasn't Dynaco, bought Rusties. It was a guy who sold mud flaps who bought Rusties.
Originally, but Dynaco bought them out.
At the very end, yeah. And he's not sponsored by Rusties at the very end. He's changed his paint to blue. Well, will it be Kachow or Kapow for the Dynaco Racing team then? Because Sutty backs out of it. Is he going to give Monkey Boy the second place? Well, Dan gets to the line. It's yet another race win for Unorthodox. Good start for him. He's had 3 races where he's not been on the top step of the podium. But it is now to the Dynaco Racing boys. Monkey Boy, who's not had the best of seasons, missed a couple of races. Is Sutty going to give him this second place?
Or is he going to send it into Murray's?
Oh, I'd love to send it into Murray's. Daz finishes 7th. Hypertech finishes P8. But no, it is going to be Monkey Boy from then Sutty Apex. Great result for the Dynaco Racing team. DJ Phil is going to... This is DJ Phil P4. That is fantastic.
I'll tell you what. Driver of the race, DJ Phil.
Yeah, massively. Ginger Bush stacked it out the final corner, so that's not the way he wants to end the race. But it's going to be P5 for Ginger Bush. Cavalier is a bit behind. He's going to come away for P6, though. Leon Fernie will get P10, as KLF is P9. Although I say that, yeah, Kelly's at the final corner. Cavalier is the one to wait for. So Kelly's going to come across for P9.
He has.
P10 is going to be Leon Fernie.
Didn't come last.
No. And Cavalier. This is why we encourage drivers to always keep going. Cavalier will cross the line for P11. For P6. P6. Apologies.
He's still last car on the lead lap. Another double podium by Bentley.
Yeah, another double podium by Bentley. We will...
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. All in when I show up. Whole place about to blow up. Superior to that competition. I'm in first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. watch me elevate. I was born to win, watch me elevate. I was born to win, watch me elevate.
Denim jeans, broken dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street like I am, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine, just so that I could show you. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden. When we meet, hold my hand in the darkness. Summer heat, bodies laid on the carpet. Eye to eye, glistening. No, I saw it. I saw it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street like I am, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine, just so that I could show you. You're golden. Hey, you're golden.
Ladies and gentlemen, to SimPlay Motorsport, we are here now for the second race of the evening. It is round 12 of the season. Before we get into the driver interviews, it is championship time. The Bentley now has a 301-point lead over the Audi in the Manufacturers' Championship. Ferrari still P3, nearly some 60 points clear of McLaren P4. Honda can still technically win the championship as well. They are P5, only 24 points off the back of the McLaren. Porsche 6th with Lexus 7th, Jaguar 8th, BMW 9th, Aston Martin 10th, Mercedes 11th, Lamborghini, Nissan bringing up the rear. In terms of maintenance for championships, well, Bryn, Il Cavalier and Leon Fernie cannot win the Drivers' Championship depending on the way this second race goes, as Dan has a 132-point lead over Daz Automatic, but Sutty is 9 points off of Daz, looking for a swift return back into the Pro. Sutty Apex P3, KLF P4 with Kishanyika in 5th. Kelly getting a big gap over Kishanyika while he's suffering with pedal problems. They will not work, as I've just remembered, I've not changed onto a driver, so you can't actually see anybody going round. It's that lucky car 17 who will be the first man to do a lap. Hypertech is P6 with Dennis Newman P7. Noza is P8 with Ginger Bush up into 9th. DJ Phil, great race for DJ Phil. He is 10th. And beating Monkey Boy by 10 points at the moment. So DJ Phil on an absolute charge. And his P12 with Lucas Roth P13. So Bryn is P14 with Il Cavalier P15. Leon Fernie P16 with Shoemaker 17th. And Just Gaming Real P18. Constructors' Championship then, and it looks a little like this. Audio Sport have a 230-point gap over KD Racing and Dynaco Racing. Yes, Lightning McQueen and Cruz Ramirez, they have got themselves tied in P2 with Greasy Bandit Racing P4, Switchback Racing Team P5, Worst Pace Scenario P6, and Barry the Cat Racing Team have pulled out from the season. We are, though, joined by the top three. We will start with... Yes. Hey. Pierre and me have this discussion. At the end of car 3, he signs for Dynaco, right? He signs for Dynaco to be Cruz Ramirez as crew chief. We had this argument at the end of race 1. No, the King got sacked. He was retired. Plus, Lightning McQueen was good, isn't so much anymore. Don't know which one out of them two it is. But either way, we'll start with one of the Lightning McQueens. It is Sutty Apex. Sutty, a P3 for yourself after a few... spins, I suppose you could call it. You know, it was interesting race.
It was, yeah. It was good fun. I just got behind DJ Phil. He broke a little bit earlier than I wasn't expecting. I downshifted into first, locked the rear and span. But other than that, yeah, it was a good race.
Good race. P3 for yourself. It's a good form, a bit of form for you in the Pro-Am at the moment. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 podiums in a row. 6 podiums this season. Got a bit of form. You're obviously looking... I suppose everybody's looking to beat Dan, but it's a hard task. You are, though, 9 points behind Daz.
Yeah, it's I'm higher up than I thought I would be, so I'll go for this result and see if I can beat Daz.
Race 2, what can you do? Obviously, the track is now damp and the rain is getting lighter. Surely that, for a master like yourself, is slick tyre conditions.
Yeah, I tested it before, to be fair. It didn't feel that bad. It was a bit slippy up the mountain, but... it wasn't that bad. I'm on a different setup now, so I've got my hands full at the minute.
Of course you are. Sutty, well done on race 1. We'll let you get to race 2.
Cheers, man. Congrats, guys.
And we're going to speak with the other Lightning McQueen now. It is Monkey Boy, and it's been a very long time since we've seen this man on the podium. Monkey Boy, saw you in Dean Wasoki's stream last night. That must have inspired you to come here today and get a podium.
You know, learn from the master, take all the tips you can get.
P2, though, great result for yourself. It was a really good race. Obviously, you got the fortune of starting on pole with Leon Fernie missing the start. And it was really quite a easy drive for 8 minutes. And then the Audi got on your rear end.
Yeah, I was sort of watching the tables on the left, seeing them come up. And I thought, this is going to get very interesting. And obviously, it got very interesting very quickly. Luckily, I only had one to deal with. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good fun while it lasted.
It was good fun. You still, though, kept hold of your P2 team orders at the end, was it, to keep that hold station, bring the cars home?
Yeah, just a little bit of fun. Joke.
Yeah, you know how crazy your teammate can be, so I imagine team orders was sensible.
I honestly thought he was going to send it in that last corner.
You're okay, because we did too. Race 2 coming up, obviously qualifying for this one. What can you do in qualifying? What's your goals in this one?
Stay out of trouble, stay out of the wall. I'm not the quickest, so I'm going to be probably mid-pack, towards the end of the pack. Yeah. So stay out of the walls, stay out of trouble, see where we end up.
Well, Monkey Boy, well done. We'll let you get back to it for race 2. Congratulations. We're now joined by your race winner. It's another race win this season. It extends his championship lead. It is race win number 68. Dan, it took you time to get through the pack, to say the least.
I mean, can you blame me? It's Bathurst, panorama, and it's wet. What you expect?
A good race, though.
Yeah, good race. I mean, it's all about patience around here. It's a good way to start a night, and I've just had bad luck around Bathurst. I don't think I've ever actually won here.
You have. That was your second race win at this circuit.
Finally, the second race win. I say I like it here, and I'm quite good around here, and I never ever deliver on that promise. So, good pro out. So, would like to win in pro around here, but let's be honest, that's not going to happen with Ripper in there at the minute, and I'm in the same car. So, But I'll tell you that, I'm happy, just being patient. That was the game.
It was the game, and it took a while for you to get past Daz. He pitted, which got you the jump, and then put you onto the back of Monkey Boy. But it was a good fight. You and Daz, you kept each other honest for a little bit. You and Monkey Boy kept each other honest for a little bit. Was the strategy always to go along, get in the lead of the race, get the clear air, and try and extend that gap?
There was, to be honest, no strategy. There was just see what we dealt with towards the end and go from there. Just pick it off bit by bit. I was thinking of pitting early, but what would be the point in that?
Yeah.
Just have a bit of fun and drive with people. Otherwise, you just end up racing on your own, and you might as well just do testing on your own. So I want to have actually a bit of fun with racing. Me, Sutty, and Monkey Boy and Kelly all had a right giggle in that, and it's enjoying. I'm enjoying racing in Fram, especially with Sutty and Monkey Boy and Kelly. I'm enjoying it.
Race 2, though, looks like at the moment, this qualifying session looks like it's getting drier as the race goes on. And the more drivers out on track, the track is obviously going to develop and get better. I'm looking at your stream. It says you're on the dries. What are the conditions like?
They grip, but they're not fast. I mean, it's at that cusp again. It's at the GT4s, but I think it's still more wet. The PSI started going up on the wet tyres. They weren't overheating, but the slicks aren't getting temperature, but they're not sliding around. So I would say with it still drying out, it could be possibly slick soon, but I'm not putting my money on it.
I know one man who probably is putting his money on it. He's not told the wife, he's probably put his mortgage on it. And that'll be Sutty Apex, who we're currently on board with, coming through the elbow. What can you do race 2, though, Dan? It looks like you're going to be starting P1 at the moment. 6.5 minutes left to qualifying, so anything can happen yet. But what's the goal for race 2? Another race win?
That's the goal. Beat Fury's record is what I want to do. Be in Pro-Am and have the most wins in Pro-Am. We'll see what happens. Put it on pole, that's all well and good, but you still got to get through turn 1 and turn 2. So, I mean, trying to remember how to drive a rear-wheel drive car is the problem. But yeah.
Well, Dan, we'll let you concentrate on it, especially if you're trying them slick tyres. Sutty, though, comes to the final corner of this lap, and he's on a valid lap. Will this be then a time on the board? It is. He goes 2.5 seconds off the back of Dan, proving that Sutty Apex is on the wets. As the next man is Dan to come through. PN, top 3, pretty happy with their qualifying. Obviously, Daz serving his qualifying ban. That's why Daz isn't out there. Huge moment for Dan. Apologies for the language on stream. We do apologise for that.
It's no different when I let slip.
Right, next driver on a valid lap. That will be Monkey Boy. So what can Monkey Boy do then? Currently, it's Dan from Sutty. Monkey Boy at the top of the hill. I think Monkey Boy's on the slicks here. He looks a little sketchy. He is. There we go. Confirmation from Monkey Boy himself. He is on the slick tyre.
As we all descended hysterics again.
Fabio, if you're watching, good evening. Yes, that is the Dan that I put forward to you in a meeting. Yellow flag at the top of the hill. That looks like car 112. That is Ginger Bush, who's had a moment. He returns to the pits. Noza currently 7 seconds off the pace. Monkey Boy on the slick tyre, though. Not got a lap time on the board. What will he do? He was a little sketchy PN up the top of the mountain. Into the chase he comes now. Like Dan said, looks like there's grips on the slicks, but they're just not heating up.
They're not heating up. That's why I ran lower pressure wets on GT4. Because at least they got a bit of temp in them.
Round the final corner. Track getting better and better with every lap. Monkey Boy, that's how you know Sooty's on the slicks. Monkey Boy 7 seconds off the pace. As Cavalier will be the next one to the line in the other Bentley. Bentley, though, at the moment, PN. Triple podium last night, race win for yourself. Double podium in race 1 tonight. Starting to get one hand, you'd have to say, firmly on that Constructors' Championship.
And I've won the most races in the Bentley as well this season.
You what, sorry?
Overtaker's right. No, I'm tired of Overtaker, aren't I? Because he's won 2 in Hungary.
Yes.
In Pro.
Yeah, he has indeed. Cavalier goes P8. Is he also on the slicks? Leon Fernie goes up to P4. Next car on a flyer, that is KLF, who's got a chance here while drivers are trying the slicks. Now, the question is, all these wet tyres overheating. Dan's gone back onto the wets for the final 3 minutes. He says the pressures are just going up a little too much. So Kelly's is that the case? Kelly's in the wall. Next car will be 512. That is Noza. He's in the wall. So the next car will be 81. That'll be Cavalier. Yeah. I'm just looking at Dan's stream on my laptop next to me. He's obviously on a out lap, I do believe, because he's 1 minute 58 and he's only just coming up. Apparently he's on a valid lap. Well, he's done 2 minutes and he's right behind Cavalier, so that must be his out lap. His pressures are rising.
As long as they don't go above 32, they're not too bad. Cavalier's off.
Yeah, that'll be invalid for Cavalier. We know Dan's pretty much on an out lap. Leon Fernie will be next. On a valid. Just watching Dan. Dan's highest pressure now is the right rear.
Leon's in the wall.
Leon's now invalidated his lap. It'll be DJ Phil next. Dan's right rear, a little yellow coming down the mounting. There is still some spray from the Bentley in front, but his pressure's at 30.2.
That's what I had last night, about 29.9, 30 in my tyres, and they were wets.
Hypertech, he's on the wets. His pressures are nearly at 32. Monkey Boy's on the wets. He's got nice low pressure, so we'll see what Monkey Boy can do on his stream. But Dan at the minute, pressure's up to 30.5. I think every lap that the drivers are doing at the moment, this track is drying, and if we've got these conditions for the race, this could be a little confusing. We saw Keegs last week at Donington. Obviously, it wasn't streamed, but he started race 2 on the dries, pitted for the wets as it got a bit wetter later on, and if he didn't run out of fuel towards the end, would have got another race win. He would have had 2 race wins. Discord link isn't working. Right, 2 seconds. We'll get you the Discord link now. Not sure why that's not working again. There you go. There is the Discord link, buddy. Right, so I'm watching Dan's stream here. Look, 31.6 is his highest pressure.
Are they ballooning? Is the centres of them on the display?
Yes, they are higher than the outer edges. Hypertechs are well over. As there we go. I imagine that's the guy who's just been in the Discord and in the YouTube stream. Monkey Boy on the wets. His pressures are starting to go high.
Yeah, I don't know what Phil's doing.
I don't know what Phil's doing. Well, Phil's the next man to finish a lap, I do believe. Yes, he is. Then it'll be car 22 at KLF. So what will DJ Phil do? If track time starts to improve, what will happen here?
Well, you've got to go to the 6 because the wets are just over.
Well, there's no time to go to the 6, but what do you do for the race? You know, rain over the next half hour is what it's going to be. Kelly to the line. We'll get one more lap in. He's got the final corner to get around. So KLF will get one lap in.
You keep an eye on the display, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like, the minus has just disappeared.
You really... Yeah, but it's still, 11 cars, 45 minutes. This could really start to dry up. Noza will be the first man to finish. Hypertech will not improve on his current P3. Everybody's on their final lap now. Kelly then will be the last man to get a lap in. So Kelly could be sat in the box seat. Noza, 7.2 off the pace. He's got a bit of damage to his Aston Martin. Into the final corner now. Runs a little deep. Possibly proving that he's on the wets. Improves. but stays P7. Cavalier, 7.4 off the back at the moment. What can he do?
Turns into a chase.
I mean, it proves something. Dan's done a 2:08, right? Quickest we've seen all night. Looked at his stream. He's 3.5 seconds up with tyres that are over pressure on the right-hand side. Here comes Cavalier. Sutty, Hypertech, Leon Fernie, all done. Noser, done. Cavalier goes P6. Track is drying. Here comes Dan. We said he was on an absolute charge, an absolute flyer.
It's not updated yet.
No, because he backed out of that. He slowed down at the very end, I do believe. Ginger Bush goes into P3. KLF still coming towards the end. What about Monkey Boy? Just watching Dan's stream. Oh, that was Dan up on 4 seconds on a lap that was on the slicks. Monkey Boy P4 on the slick tyre. I actually do apologise. The racing line was turned off. We're on the spectator mode, apparently. So the spectator mode on the PS4 version is broken. So we do apologise. Hence the awful cameras that we're getting today. PS4 mode spectator is broke. So by the logic of Monkey Boy and Ginger Bush's times at the end, Kelly possibly on the front row.
Possibly. He's just come around the chase. And don't.
Got a little excited going into the final corner. Yeah, got a little wide. He's gone P5. So KLF goes P5. Yep. That is good stuff from him. So Sutty Apex P2, Monkey Boy P4, Cavalier worked his way up to P8, Leon Fernie will be P7, Hypertech will go from 6th, Noser will go from 10th, DJ Phil P9, not the best of qualifying for Phil after that good race one. Kelly moves up to 5th, good lap at the end. Dan P1, yet again it's another pole position for Unorthodox. Ginger Bush up to P3 as well. PN, race winner tip?
Can't count it past Dan, really. My KTM is inside DJ Phil's Honda.
I'm in Leon Fernie's McLaren.
I wish. Either Kunos or Jeep or we don't know if it is server side because we don't have a Notrado server. If someone's willing to pay for one full weekend, and we can find out.
No, I was speaking to a guy the other day. It is a PS4 problem.
Yeah, in other words, though.
In other words, PS4. Yeah, they're focusing on the PS5 version of the game. Mathew Bird, it's okay. Don't worry about that one. It's obviously you wasn't to know. Now, track still damp. Light rain for the next half an hour at the moment. 11 cars. We saw how the track was rubbering in. What's the strategy call, PN? We'll answer that question on the formation lap, actually, on what the strategy call is for you in this situation, because we don't want to give it away. Drivers here and quickly change their mind. Race 2 winner, though, who are you going for? Dan. Don't forget, if you are new here, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. Sunday evening, we will be live 8 PM UK time with a PS5 version of ACC where the cameras do work. So you'll be able to get proper spectator cameras. Hence why I've been put in the pits, even though we're not on the grid. So you're going Dan, I'm going to also go Dan. Double commentator's curse. Yes, please.
He's gonna hate us.
Oh, massively. Massively.
He's already not happy about you coming in the lobby with a KTM.
Yeah, well, you know, 16. And I didn't actually deliberately pick that. That was a genuine mistake that I did that one. Just to say, so that was Dan's 151st podium, Sutty's 47th podium. That was Monkey Boy's 31st podium. Ties him with Smokey Devil and Mazda. There we go.
And Smokey can improve on his podiums tomorrow night in Pro.
He can join Kelly Davis and this man on Orthodub 16, Dan Davis, in the commentary box, 8 PM GMT. For that 1 PM gets a rest tomorrow night.
Well, yeah, normally now I'm doing Mondays, aren't I? Commentating.
Yeah, let's not get into that one.
Yeah. But without it being streamed this week, unfortunately, I managed to get 2 more races.
He was able to race it. 2 more races, points in the championship. You technically entered it. You're now sitting P10 again. 5 points clear of DJ Phil. And technically, if you want even more, you can still win the championship. So, there you go.
Yeah, Laguna, the KTM might work because there's no real straight application.
And Suzuka.
And Suzuka.
And in fact, Nürburgring. You'd probably be buggered at Misano.
Misano's got a few turns, haven't it?
Yeah, a little.
But I chose a KTM thinking, oh wait, most of the tracks are in Europe in winter. And what was it? Donington last week was the first wet race.
Yeah. Oh. I looked at Laguna. It looks dry. There's rain around, but at the minute it looks dry. Depends on if Mike uses the same place for Laguna as what I have. Or I googled it and got the closest place to Laguna, which was Salinas. I might tell Mike about that. At the minute it is light cloud. I then used Yokkaichi for Suzuka, which is the week after. That is drizzle. So, yeah. Even in Tweeba Kizzle, he would be fine. I was up to 33 PSI when the weather changed on me. Well, there we go, McKizzle.
Well.
Yeah.
Last night as well.
Good result for McKizzle last night, a P6 and nearly a P5.
A very courteous race leader that didn't happen. Let them fight.
What was I going to say? Right, PN, end of the formation. What would your strategy be? It's a damp track. You know, pressures, possibly tyres starting to overheat. You've got 12 minutes. Unlike the race one where the pit window is open straight away, it's not now. So what would your strategy be? I'm just looking at, for example, Dan's stream, and I'm not going to give anything away, but it's interesting.
I would actually wait until see what that half an hour mark changes.
So would you stay on? Would you start on the wets?
I'll start on the wets because I'll start on the wets anyway in these conditions. Because slicks just don't get warm enough, especially on the formation lap. Because you don't want to bin it and put it in the wall and have countless seconds of damage by the time you pit. So not quite double file yet.
I wonder if Sutty has gone slicks. Well, we're going to go on board Monkey Boy. Sutty v Dan into turn 1. Now, Dan's obviously chosen the left-hand side, so he'll have the inside line for turn 1. But it's going to be an interesting one. So we're both going Dan for the win. The chat looks like it's going Dan. I've already got somebody who's going in the pole for driver of the day.
Is it a Honda by any chance?
It is a Honda.
Yeah, same here.
In fact, I think I've got 2 people that's going in the driver of the day. Vote at the minute.
It's the only Honda could fly in solo because his teammate just got out of hospital.
Yeah.
If you're watching,
massively hope he gets better soon, because we don't like to hear, you know, we get worried when we don't hear from John Andrews. We know, you know, John Andrews suffers a lot. But when you hear something of what Dennis has been through, then, you know, we wish, obviously, everybody a speedy recovery. Right, we're into the final corner. Sutty versus Dan. Bentley versus Audi. Porsche versus Bentley, row 2. For round 12 of the Pro-Am season, we are green and go. And I'll tell you what, Dan got a good start. So did Ginger Bush. Shuts the apex. Very bogged down. KLF's going to look up the inside of Monkey Boy. Great opportunistic move there from KLF. Does that indicate that Sutty may be on the slick tyres, not getting away well? That is Cavalier and Hypertech who's had a moment. Leon Fernie's got through. DJ Phil got through as well. Noser and Daz, I think, got caught up in that. But already Sutty going side by side with Ginger Bush. Here comes Sutty Apex to Bentley Grunt, pulling him around the outside into turn 2. Ginger Bush yields the place. Sutty misses his Apex. Manages, though, to keep the speed through the corner and get the job done. Monkey Boy lost out to Kelly massively. Hypertech has lost out to Leon Fernie. Leon Fernie right on the back of Monkey Boy here. Oh, he's having a look up the mountain. Can't get it done there at the moment. Cavalier way back. As they come through sector 1, Daz on the back of Hypertech. DJ Phil once again up to 7th and Noser by the back of the pack already. But a great start from Dan PM.
It was a bit...
Monkeys in the wall!
In the wall!
Monkey Boy in the wall. Leon Fernie, I think, clipped him as well.
Yeah, I just had a little cough then.
So Leon Fernie and Monkey Boy coming together. DJ Phil now side by side with Monkey, trying to gain on Leon Fernie. Leon Fernie a little squirrely through the corner there.
Corsa. He's looking very planted at the moment, coming down the dipper.
Yeah, there's no way Sooty's on the slicks. Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Cool, Monkey really did hit that wall. I'm just watching the stream on the laptop beside me.
Down the Conrad straight they come now.
Kelly P4.
Yeah, Kelly P4, great start from DJ Phillip there as well.
Yeah, quietly minding his own business. It looked like there's a little bit of damage on the rear of Phil's car.
Sooty gaining on Dan, down the straight.
Monkey, you have a lot of damage. Oh, no, noses in the wall. Did noses start on slicks?
Yeah, I'm wondering that. Because he looked a little twitchy at the start of this race. Cavalier's gaining on the back of Monkey Boy. Who's that as well? I think that's Daz Automatic gaining on DJ Phil. Well, this is an interesting little fight for Daz here then. Leon Fernie as well gaining on Kelly. They're resuming their race 1 battle at the moment. And I'm just looking at streams next to me. Some of these tyre temperatures and pressures, I tell you what.
Warm? Come to mind?
Tyre temps look okay, apart from on one driver, but pressures look a little high at the moment. I'm not going to name which drivers I have in front of me, as Daz trying to get on the back of DJ Phil. Cavalier as well looking on the back of Monkey Boy. Noser obviously cannot pit yet. Sooty's though got within a second of Daz, so Sooty trying to hunt Daz down. Interesting, PN. Within the next half an hour, the track's going to get wetter.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought, because that's why you wait.
Well, we say wetter. The rain's going to stay as it is. At the moment, it is still going to stay as light rain. That is Hypertech. So the greasy bandit boys not having the best of the night.
They're finding the conditions rather greasy.
Yeah. Greasy and slippery. Leon Fernie all over the back of KLF. Daz all over the back of DJ Phil, and Cavalier all over the back of Monkey Boy. But we don't know what damage Monkey Boy is carrying on his Bentley. As Leon Fernie really putting pressure on Kelly. Sooty is right on the back of Dan here. Dan a little twitchy there.
Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of movement in the rear of that car. Overpressured, maybe. Yeah, probably. But it's going to get wetter. So if you are on the wets...
Well, it's going to dry before it rains heavier. You know, 11 cars out there. The track is going to get a bit drier before the rain comes heavier, PN. So, interesting choice. Sooty! Oh! Wow, that's a lunge! What a move! What a move!
Started with a send it.
Now, I imagine Dan may want to change his undercrackers. As Kelly, I think Kelly's made a mistake at the chase. Leon Fernie's got a heck of a run on him, and side by side they go, nearly rubbing doors. Leon Fernie around the outside of Kelly. Kelly's going to look back up the inside. Makes the apex, good side-by-side driving. This is from the two McLarens. Watching on from DJ Phil, who's right behind them. Kelly tucks back in behind. Now Daz is going to have a look on DJ Phil, while Kelly has a look on Leon. Daz up the inside of Phil. And that is a thank you, mama, for the carrots. But what Sooty's done is he came, he saw, and he took the passes, although he's not, because Dan's back in front. Now Sooty sending it up the inside into turn 2. Going to make it such a tight line. Can't get it done. What a fight out front these two are having.
Yep, making it interesting.
Making it very interesting. Daz now ahead of DJ
Leon
Phil.
Sliding.
And Leon sliding, Kelly sliding, Phil's nearly slid into the back of Daz. It's all go out here. And this is allowing Monkey Boy and Cavalier to join on this party as well. So Leon Fernie now the train behind ahead of Kelly. Daz right on the back of KLF. Sooty, though, trying to stick with Dan. We're going to stick with Daz and KLF. Daz gets a little undercut moment on Kelly coming up the mountain. He's on the outside, and Daz backs out of that one. Kelly's bounced off the wall, bounces off another wall. Now surely Daz has time to pounce. I think Daz there a little tentative.
Yeah, he's probably got someone in the say, be patient, be patient. But,
Leon Fernie, who's that? Is that Leon? I believe that's Leon. Yeah. He's had a moment all on his own. So as he's pulling away from Kelly slightly, it's just all about patience. But Phil's with them, as is Monkey Boy and Cavalier now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DJ Phil, he's looking for a move around the outside of Daz. He's not going to get that one done there. That was brave there from the Honda of DJ Phil. And now down the Conrad straight.
Is you've got to be patient or insanely brave. or stupid. One of the two.
Not close enough to Dan at this moment in time. And I'll tell you what, there is a lot less spray being kicked up by these cars now. This track is improving lap after lap. And in fact, if we just quickly look at the timetables here, look at Dan's last lap time, look at 2:13. Well, what will his lap time be this time around? That's going to be the interesting one to keep our eyes on. Cavalier, nowhere near. Monkey Boy, DJ Phil's gone straight on. He's missed the chicane. And Cavalier and Monkey Boy will not want a second invitation. Cavalier's got a great run on Monkey Boy. He's going to go to the outside of the final corner. Job done before the final corner. Now Daz and Kelly's back on the rear of Leon Fernie.
Yeah. Ginger Bush is in a bit of an island by himself.
Dan started to gap Sutty again, I've noticed. Kelly now looks like he's trying to get a bit of a switchback on Leon Fernie there. Then he's looking to try and tuck underneath again. I'm just looking down at the streams next to me. Pressures all seem to be an issue. One car's tyres starting to go yellow. Again, I'm not going to name names, but that is interesting. Kelly looking up the inside as they come towards turn 2. Has to tuck back in. Daz has just got to patiently wait for these two to get on with it, really, because at the minute, he can't get past.
No, and now, as I said, you got to be patient in the mountain. It's not an overtaking chance.
Sutty's back within half a second. Do we think Sutty possibly went? Slicks, he's in the wall!
Oh, Sutty. He's still going.
He's bounced off the wall. He's properly clattered with it. Oh, Kelly's tapped the wall again. Has a little moment. Daz gets through. Cavalier's trying to get through. Oh, Cavalier and Kelly's made contact.
Yeah. But Daz is through. Now it's Daz's turn to attack Leon Fernie.
It is, and that was all through Kelly's mistake, bouncing off the wall. That's the second time Kelly's done that. Sutty obviously hitting the wall now, so he's going to have some damage to his car.
Oh, Cavalier's missed Skyline out. That was a bit interesting.
And now Monkey Boy's back on the rear end of Kelly and Cavalier. Yeah. And DJ Phil's not a million miles away.
No, Phil's still there.
Well, what a race 2 we're having at the moment. Is at the minute.
No, he's just winding in Hypertech.
He is. Hypertech's not really gaining on the others, but Hypertech has got a badly damaged car. So Daz can hunt down after Leon. Kelly can try and pull away from Cavalier. Monkey Boy trying to gain on the pair of them.
As I said, Ginger Bush is now within 2 seconds of Sutty.
He is, and Sutty back to 1.2, but don't forget Sutty hit the wall. So this will be interesting to see. Daz right on the back of Leon Fernie already.
Yeah, where's Daz going to do this? He's going to try and do the switch. He's having a look in the Murrays.
No, wasn't far enough alongside. So Leon able to make the corner nice and easy there then. Pit window will open in just over 3 minutes' time. So really, for these guys with damage, they'll probably want to box straight away, will they not? Or the question is, Ken, with that track getting better and better at the minute, you know, just again looking at streams, pressures are starting to level themselves out, let's say that.
Yeah. It depends. Daz looking down the inside into turn 2. Does he get it stopped in time? Does Leon give him room? Ooh, Leon did turn a little bit.
He did indeed, and that could open the door for KLF to get a better run than Leon Fernie. Backs out that one, does KLF. You just heard him come off the throttle a little bit there, and he's now going to patiently wait once again, but Daz moves himself up to P4. Sutty's lost a bit more time to Dan, and Ginger Bush has gained more time to Sutty Apex. So at the minute, Ebbing and flowing out front between the top 3. And Hypertech, well, his damage is that bad. He's pitted.
Yeah, Sutty's right back on the back of Dan. Climbing down the dipper. Hypertech's just said in YouTube
I don't think, I've just seen that. I don't think your race is over yet, Hypertech. Anything can happen at Bathurst. There is a yellow flag. That is car. I don't actually know. Is that 53?
Yeah, it is.
It's DJ Phil and Monkey Boy. Oh, Monkey Boy. The rear bumper's hanging off and everything.
There's a lot of damage. Oh, Monkey Boy's back off under the gravel.
Monkey Boy's got the meatball flag. Just saw on his stream. He's got the meatball flag. Sutty gaining on Dan. They've both pulled away from Ginger Bush a little bit this lap. So Sutty nailed this lap. Just couldn't get the job done yet.
Sutty is looking at the back of that Audi in front of him.
We'll be able to paint us a pretty picture. Hypertech is out the pits. So damage done. He's out the pits.
A pretty picture. The Audi
look. So DJ Phil's had a Monkey Boy. Nose is gaining on the pair of them, but I think Monkey Boy's going to have to pit now. And that's a shame because if I was Monkey Boy, I'd be stopping the tyre change.
Yeah. That does not want to go in a straight line. No. Neither does Phil's Honda.
If Monkey Boy's listening, I wouldn't be changing tyres.
No.
Or I'd be crawling for a minute to get into the pits.
Yeah. But again, it might take him a minute to get to the pits because there's damage on that car. Because Nosa's coming.
Yeah, Nosa is coming fast. He's pulled back 30 seconds in one sector. Oh, Nosa doesn't know which way to go. Pit window opens in 45. DJ Phil's had to cut the chase. He can't turn the car either. These two can't turn the car. Monkey Boy needs 30 seconds.
Nosa cut. Oh, no, I don't know why Nosa's coming in the pits for. The pit window's not open.
Yeah, the pit window isn't open. Monkey Boy's just going to miss out. He's going to miss out by 20 seconds. Nosa will miss out as well. What about DJ Phil? They're all missing it.
They're all missing it.
They've all missed it.
Not open.
Back to Sooty and Dan. Sooty right on the rear end of Dan coming down the hill.
I'll accept. I can visually see Phil's and Monkey Boy's damage when they.
There you go. Look, pit window opens. I don't think that's going to register their pit stops, Pierre.
It won't, because they came in the pit lane before it's open for the mandatory stop. It won't register them. As Dan is 0.6 of a second in front of Sooty.
Yeah, just watching Sooty. He did close up to him, but Dan pulled away. Who's this off at the final part of that? That is Hypertech, who is off stationary. Is he going to let the two leaders go before he rejoins? Probably wise for Hypertech. No, Ginger Bush could fancy his chances with these two here. Sooty not pitting. And while he's being able to stick with Dan, why would you pit?
Exactly. You might as well knacker this set of wets. If you're on wets or if you're on slicks, you stay out as long as possible until near the end of the window. As long as you cross in the pit lane before the window shuts, it'd be classed as a mandatory stop.
Exactly. So, Ginger Bush stayed out, Daz stays out, Leon Fernie stays out, Kelly stays out, Cavalier. It looks like he's got a bit of a rattly rear end there, does Cavalier. Surprised he didn't bring that one in.
That's not quite how Bentley intended for the rear bumper to hang on their car.
Hypertech also in the pits, that'll be for his mandatory stop. Kelly is within 0.4 of a second of Leon Fernie here.
Sooty is looking any way possible.
He's having a good night, is Sooty Apex. 5 podiums in a row, so he's having a real good time of it here at the moment. Sooty is... Look, we know Dan is so superior at the moment in this Pro-Am category, but Sooty's one to watch in terms of that second place with Daz.
He is. It's got to be close. We've still got, what, after this race?
There's 4 weeks, 4 tracks left after this. Laguna, Suzuka, the Nürburgring and Misano.
And of course, the Nürburgring will be in
night
the
race,
dark.
yeah. Suzuka will be an evening race. So let's not forget, I think this is one thing we've got to mention. This race as well, we were saying on GT4s, how dark it was. This is a early morning race, a 6, 7, 8 a.m. race start here.
It is, and let's see how Daz is doing. Matt's mic went on mute as he comes down to the dipper towards the elbow.
Right, Sooty down the Conrad straight here then. Leon's in the wall, so that's going to allow KLF the chance to get through.
Yeah. None of the guys who just pitted, their stop counted.
Yeah, none of their stops counted. Hypertech has jumped DJ Phil and his stop counted. So Monkey Boy and Nosa all have to go again. Look at how long their stops have taken. For KLF, though, he's really gaining on Leon Fernie as they come down the Conrad straight. Dan starts another lap. Sooty boxes. Will Sooty repair damage now? Ginger Bush stays out. He's lost a bit of pace in this second part of this race. Daz, he looks like he's going to stay out as well. Indeed, he does. As Kelly's gone up the inside at the chase of Leon Fernie. Leon gets the switchback, and they're side by side in a minute. Leon Fernie versus KLF, McLaren versus McLaren. Well, Kelly couldn't pit if he wanted to, and then looks to come back underneath at the final corner. Leon gets the job done. These two had a fight in race 1. They're having a fight now. Good scrap between the two McLaren drivers tonight.
Yep. Round 2.
Yeah, round 2.
Fight between...
DJ Phil gaining on the back of Hypertech. But the problem is for these guys now at the back, is Cavalier with damage is gaining on these front two, you know.
He is. With a rattly rear bumper. That vibrates up and down.
Right, Noser. Is he going to box? He's got to re-pit, let's not forget. So the last four are kind of in a fight with their own. Oh, Noser! Oh, left that till late. What does Monkey Boy decide he's going to do? He's coming in as well. So Hypertech will gain places here. Does DJ Phil think of pitting as well? Is he on the wrong tyre? Well, DJ Phil stays out. Is he on the wrong tyre? Sutty's only just leaving the pits. Where's Dan? Dan's at the elbow.
Dan's at the elbow, yep.
Dan is at the elbow then. He's 8 seconds clear of Ginger Bush at the moment. And Kelly's still on the back of Leon Fernie, PM.
Yeah, I wonder what tyres Sutty put on. Because you see that plus sign, which means it raining intensity is going to increase. Yeah, the rain's going to increase, but the problem is when you look at the drivers, there isn't a lot of spray coming off the cars in front. One thing to mention as well, if Kelly and Leon Fernie have a problem here, Cavalier is right on the back. He's only within a second, 2 seconds of these two. He'll capitalise here. The problem is that damage, that bumper is definitely rattling. It is definitely rattling, which means his rear diffuser will probably be rattling.
Yeah, and that's going to be causing him some straight line speed problems. Kelly's not within 3/10 anymore. Dan, though, he's pulled the trigger reacting to Sutty Apex. What tyre did Sutty go on? Sutty's at the top of the mountain. Dan is yet to stop. Noser is now away. Monkey Boy is now away. Hypertech is now away. So their pit stops are all done. But Dan into the pit lane. Ginger Bush did not follow suit. Ginger Bush coming out. Monkey Boy ought to yield that straight away to Ginger Bush. Indeed he does. Daz didn't pit. Leon Fernie's on the grass. And Kelly's nowhere near, luckily enough. But them two as well do not pit. Neither does Cavalier.
No, Cavalier's staying out. Phil needs to pit still to do his mandatory stop. Dan is not away yet.
No, Dan.
Sutty's now coming down.
Yeah, Conrod. Dan's not away. Sutty's coming down Conrod. And for Sutty Apex, you know, this could be pretty tight with Dan. Dan's pit box is what? Halfway down the pit lane.
Yep.
And Sutty's now into the chase. This could be a close one. Dan's away. Dan's away. Right, Dan
Dan's
now
moving.
pulls out his box. Sutty's at the final corner. We'll keep an eye on Unorthodox at the moment. Sutty rounds the final corner. Dan still on his pit limiter at the minute. Here comes Sutty Apex. Dan is going to be in front.
Being very tentative, Dan is there, but he might be on slicks. Might.
He's not. He's not at all. No. But his
now
tyres are cold. I can tell you that. His tyres are cold. So he's got to get the heat in. You see him weaving. DJ Phil's coming. You see Dan weaving to try and get the tyres up to temperature. Okay, I'll still on the back of Leon Fernie, though.
Closest battle is, well, other than once timing strings update, is between the two McLarens.
They had a good fight in race one.
Oh, Kelly's in the wall.
Oh, Kelly's in the wall. So Leon hits the wall. Kelly hits the wall. Kelly's round. Cavalier just avoided him, and he goes in the wall. And Sutty, look.
Kelly, don't do that too far. You get disqualified. The game will disqualify you for driving the wrong direction.
I imagine we're going to see Kelly in the pits. Do you know the problem for Kelly is he's got to be cautious here because Dan and Sutty's catching Dan. They're both coming. Sutty's tyres, let's not forget, up to temperature, up to pressure, a lap ago. Dan's getting up to pressure now as he started to build that gap to Sutty.
Yeah. As Ginger Bush leads this race by about 9.6 seconds over Daz.
And they've not pitted. Leon Fernie's got rear end damage. Will he box now? No. Cavalier with that bouncy bumper. DJ Phil still in the pits, by the way. No. Kelly nowhere near the Conrad straight. DJ Phil exits the pits. Monkey Boy's got past him. Hypertech has got past him. Noser is back into
Phil's
pit
out
lane.
of the pits. Phil's away.
So Phil is away. But it's Sutty and Dan that we're keeping an eye on at the minute. Kelly is the car currently at the chase there. He is the lead car over these two. And Sutty hunting down after Dan at the minute. He's had good pace in this second race of Sutty.
Yeah, he's quite good pace in race one, to be honest.
Kelly is in.
I'm not surprised with that.
No.
Flattered the wall.
No, I'm not surprised either. What is there? 23 minutes left. We're nearly at half distance. And really, Sutty's kept Dan honest in this race.
Yes, and It's been good between Sutty and Dan. It's still within a second. Like, who does Ginger push once he hits off a mountain? Pull the trigger to pit. Daz is closing, but he's got the lap car of, I believe that's Phil in front of him. It is DJ Phil in front of him. No, it's Hypertech.
It is Hypertech. So we're on board with Sutty Apex, trying to watch him close down to Dan on Orthodubs.
Yeah.
It's been a good race for Sutty. Been a good night again.
Again, and well, the Bentley proved quite handy last night here in Anne, after Danlick put it in the wall, his McLaren, a few times. And if another certain Bentley actually qualified, it might have been a bit closer for the race win.
Well, Sutty awfully close to the wall as he comes downhill. And that Bentley just looks a little more stable than Dan's on Audi at the minute.
Yeah, as Hypertech lets Daz through, Daz continues out of the pits, probably watching that
He
weather.
gained half a second on Ginger Bush halfway through the race. The thing is, though, PN, is we've had 20 minutes, or 22 and a half minutes. That rain still says it's getting heavier in 30 minutes.
They didn't update a brand. Leon was late into the pits in front of Cavalier.
Fair enough. Cavalier not in. Sutty's lost out a bit of time. Daz closing that gap to Ginger Bush. But I'm just wondering, Kelly's pit stop actually wasn't too bad. He's actually stayed ahead of Monkey Boy. So I don't think Kelly repaired his damage. I'm looking at his car. I don't think Kelly's repaired damage.
No, I don't.
Interesting decision for Kelly then. Daz has the gap down to 8.3 to Ginger Bush. Sutty's lost out to Dan a bit now, while Dan is still going. And again, pressure's looking on a little on the high side for those who have pitted, but not as bad as earlier, meaning that, yes, the track is still drying slightly, but that rain intensity hasn't changed.
No, it's been consistent, like some camera angles as well. You could visually see the rain still.
Yeah.
Sure, imagine if it's a PS5 version where you actually see the splashes.
Well, we'll find out next week, won't we?
Well, this weekend, actually. Tune in. Back to Monza.
Actually, yeah, this week. Back for Monza. If you want to get involved in our PS5 series, make sure you sign up to that one. There's Dan at the minute. In fact, that's a white flag. Who's the slow car ahead? I'm not sure.
I'm not on track.
Dan has pulled away from Sutty Apex. 2.7 is the gap. Kelly rounds the final corner, not repaired his damage. That could be a bonus because Leon Fernie is yet to be dropped. And Kelly goes sailing on through. Daz has the gap down to 6.9, and Ginger Bush and Daz do not pit. No, so game on for this final podium position, really.
It is game on between the Audi of Daz and... But the question is, though, with them staying out...
Oh, Leon's got to stop go. Yeah.
Leon's got to stop go.
Now.
And he's
He's now been unlapped from Monkey Boy.
Yep.
Can Monkey Boy catch him? Daz has got Monkey Boy and Leon Fernie as traffic here. So,
he has.
For Leon, you know, stay in the game. It's points. You're probably going to gain on Bryn. We don't know if Bryn will be back this season. Obviously, big PS5 issues he's had that he's not even switching on, which is a shame. But that means that... But that means that for Leon Fernie, he's not going to want to retire. He's going to want to score these points. Cavalier is in. Now, interesting. Cavalier was catching Leon and Kelly. Kelly's now safe from Leon. He's the last car on the lead lap.
Yeah.
If you think of Dan as the net race leader, who's got 4 seconds to Sutty now, Dan is the net race leader. He's on the lead lap. Kelly is on the lead lap, as is Leon. But Leon has got a stop go. Monkey's pulling away from Leon as Daz is trying to lap Leon. Daz being held here. Oh, Ginger Bush is round! Ginger Bush is round!
Yeah,
he's around. And he's got to wait for Monkey Boy.
He's got to wait for Daz as well. Because
Daz is now the net race leader.
Yeah.
Hypertech goes through. Ginger Bush now needs to get it away. He's got damage. So Ginger Bush is now the net race leader. Does that help Kelly? Kelly's on the Conrad straight here. So does this help Kelly out?
Dan's now jumped Cavalier in pits.
Yeah, we knew he would. Cavalier was fighting Kelly. Let's not forget. Kelly coming down towards the chase now. Sutty's 5.5 pretty much behind Dan. Ginger Bush, I imagine we're going to see in the pits this lap.
So I'm just keeping an eye on Cavalier. I don't think he's repaired his damage.
Well, he's not away yet. He's not been dropped yet.
Maybe the flappy bumper and diffusers helping rear downforce.
Well, Kelly gets past, and he's going to get past by some margin. So I imagine Cavalier may be fixing. Yeah, there you go. Look, it's just repaired itself as he gets dropped. So Cavalier repairs his damage. Leon Fernie's in for his stop-go penalty.
Straight
as
away,
Monkey Boy is only just crossed the line. So Monkey needs a good lap here to get a good result. Overtaker, good evening to you in the chat. Even though shame it's raining, it would have been epic to drive the mountain in the sunrise. Yeah, really would have, with it being an early morning race. I see what you're saying there.
Man up.
Well, no, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. You know, the sunrise above the mountain. Not that we'd have seen it properly because the camera angles are poor. Right, so Cavalier in. Wet tyres are now optimum. So the track has now got wetter.
And we thought it was getting drier.
Well, we thought it was getting drier. We didn't see any spray come up whatsoever from these cars. Not that there's anybody close to anybody. Right, Ginger Bush in the pits. Dan will take hold of second place provisionally. Dan's still weaving to do his tyres. Not sure what he's doing.
Monkey Boy needs to get out of Daz's
Sutty Apex P4. Monkey does need to get out of Daz's way, but the problem for Monkey is he wants to push and go quick because Leon Fernie... Oh, no, Leon's on his way out. Stop road cleared. And Monkey does get out of Daz's way. Daz, your net leader. Ginger Bush off the limiter. Kelly's only at the elbow. So Ginger Bush now off the limiter. I don't think repaired damage. I don't think it would have mattered if he did repair damage because Kelly's only just got onto the Conrad straight.
Yeah, and... Noz's long way back, isn't he?
Yeah, don't forget, if you do...
Daz pit.
He's got one more lap at least.
And you probably put a fresh set of wets on and you've got a nice bit of
wet tyres optimum. You want to, don't you? You want to.
Yeah. I've got the feeling of a little display
Dan,
at the top.
Sutty's caught Dan.
Rapidly.
Well, saying that, the plus marker is for the rain to intensify. So even though it's light rain, maybe it has just come a little quicker. You know, it's not turned into heavy rain. You know what I mean?
Well, again, no.
So it is intensifying, but it's not intensifying as we thought.
Yeah. But never believe the weather forecast because it could say it's not don't worry, there's not going to be a hurricane.
Yeah. Daz is in. Daz is in to the pits. Right. In comes Daz. Dan and Sutty on the Conrad straight. Ginger Bush missed the... What's the corner called where it sticks out a little bit?
I overtake it. I could ban him in the YouTube chat.
Where's a driver that I can see? Nowhere. Right, Sutty within a second. Daz still in the pits. Dan's on the grass.
Dan's is on the grass.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there is a bit more spray now. Sutty's going to lead this race. Through goes Sutty.
Daz is away. He's not changed his tyres.
No.
He's not changed his tyres.
Oh, man. So Ginger Bush struggling. Kelly's at the top of the mountain. Dan's now fighting Sutty. Daz will get back into the pits. That's a given.
He's got time.
Oh, Daz.
Where's Sutty?
On for a podium, and he's just messed that up. Dan on the back of Sutty. Now, has the wetter conditions meant the Bentley is a bit better than the Audi here?
Maybe. Oh, Sutty clipped the wall.
He did, but luckily enough, Dan's not close enough. Where's Ginger Bush? Just coming through turn 2. Kelly's at the chase, so a bit far back is Kelly at the minute, but if Ginger Bush keeps having moments...
Kelly could... Kelly's now in the final corner.
Yeah.
Ginger Bush is in the mountain. Hypertech 9th. See, not giving up. Back up to P9.
Yeah, back up to P9. That's what I mean. Nosa's back in the pits. DJ Phil's had problems. He's done well. Dan on the back of Sutty here now then. Let's see what these two can do.
Yep, Phil's 16 seconds behind Hypertech.
Who's that just in front? That's Daz just in front of these two. So these two really catching Daz.
City.
No, because it would have still said that he's changed his tyres. Who is that? Oh, that is Daz. Oh, what's gone off there?
I don't know.
That's
fuel?
He's out of fuel.
He is out of fuel.
He's out of fuel.
Well, as his pedals died because he was having issues with his pedals at the weekend.
Ginger Bush into the chase. Kelly at the top of the hill.
He's stationary.
Daz may have to return to the pits. A retirement here. Oh, no, he's going again. Pedal problems, I reckon.
It could be his pedals. Quick, get across that line. Oh, that was marginal.
That's close.
That was close.
But if it is a technical issue, I'm sure that we can remove that penalty. We'll possibly have to speak with Daz about that. Dan's still behind Sutty, though, at the minute. We'll see if that does Daz's penalty pit stop. If it doesn't, and it was a technical issue, and we'll have to wait and see.
Dan's all over the back of Sutty. Through the mountain.
Ginger Bush coming through turn 2. Kelly's at the chase. Cavaliers P6, Leon 7th. Monkey's 8th, but again, Monkey half a lap behind. Hypertech's 8 seconds off the back of Monkey. Phil nowhere near Hypertech. Nosa in the wall again. Not the best of nights for Nosa. And Dan sitting on the back of Sutty Apex once again. We think, Mike, that his pedals have died. His engine, there was no revs or anything. And then after a little while, it revved. And he'd said to PN the other day that he was having pedal problems. Leon's back in the pits.
Wrong
now, was that a No, I think that's a return to pits.
Daz didn't. Daz didn't get across in time. He
didn't. Yeah. So if Daz can prove that that was mechanical issues, you know, the stewards may look to remove the penalty. It doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound like he's revving. It doesn't sound like he's got full throttle.
Dan's on the back of Sutty Apex here then. Either way, he's going to look up the inside into the final corner. Sutty misses the Apex a little bit there. That's going to give Dan the cut to come underneath. Sutty goes straight across to defend his line. And the last thing these two are going to want to do is come together. Dan now to the outside of Sutty Apex. He's going to try and look the long way around turn 1. Cannot get the move done. And that is not going to happen there. Daz has now lost it.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sutty and... Good scrap between Sutty and Dan.
Yeah, it's been a good scrap all night, to be fair, for these two.
Sutty's defending into quarry.
They've had a good fight all night. Dan's looking up the inside. This will be a good move.
This is brave.
This will be a brave move. Dan's backed out of it. Sutty on the brakes. Dan backs out of it again. Dan wants to be careful here. Oh, Sutty's clipped the wall.
Again.
I think he's managed to stay in front, though.
Oh! Sutty on the curbs.
Yeah, I don't know if that was another clip of the wall for Sutty. But with 10 minutes to go, Dan, these two aren't going to want to wipe each other out here. Ginger Bush not a million miles away. He's coming up to the Sector 1 timing screen now. 26 seconds, and the more these two start messing around, you know, bouncing off the walls and catching each other out a little bit, the more Ginger Bush is going to get on the back. That is a retirement for Leon Fernie.
Yep. Retirement for Leon Fernie. Mike would have saw that because he's in the YouTube chat.
So that will be a qualifying ban for Leon Fernie at Laguna Seca next week.
Wonder if he has excuses like a certain...
Unless he...
Dan is looking to the left of Sutty. Sutty's defending into first part of the chase. But that Bentley's massive.
Yeah, Sutty manages to pocket on the Apex, get it turned in beautifully. Cavaliers only 3.7 off the back of Kelly here. Kelly could be up to P4 because of Daz's mistake. Dan looking each way till Sunday. He's going to have a problem in a moment if he... looks like he's attacking like this. That call looked a little twitchy as he went from left to right on the track there. Don't forget, if you like what you see here, hit that thumbs up button. Obviously, we apologise for the camera angles. PS4 version is broken. And we couldn't get the replay to work as it did on Monday night. It worked an absolute dream on Monday. We can't seem to be getting the same features now. So seeing as Sunday night will bring us the PS5 stream, I'm going to try something on the Tuesday night AM race. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Dan Davis and Kelly Davis in the commentary box for Pro tomorrow night. As Dan looks to the outside of turn 2. And Sutty, once again, holds his line and keeps it where it needs to be. But Dan gets a great run. Dan's now firmly up the inside. Sutty braves it around the outside. And Sutty gets back in front. This is a great fight.
It is a great scrap. They will keep it up for another 7 minutes. As where were we? Kelly is now coming down to Conrad.
Kelly's 16.5 to Daz.
I don't know. I wonder if
Cavalier's catching
anything. As Daz's pedal's gone again.
Oh, Noser! Noser's in the wall in front of the leaders. Oh, he's backwards. He hit the wall hard there.
Why is he not trying to hold his brakes?
Oh, Dan! Dan's bounced off the wall. He's hit Sutty.
Oh, controversy there.
They've hit each other. Dan has come in so hot and has hit Sutty apex.
Controversy, yeah.
Wow, Sutty then gets away. Ginger Bush gaining on these two while these two are squabbling.
Nose has not really moved at the final corner.
He's struggling
now. He is struggling.
And that Aston doesn't look the healthiest.
It doesn't sound the healthiest either.
So it's Sutty from Dan, from Ginger Bush, Daz, who's pitted twice now, but missed the pit window, we think, with pedal problems. Cavalier's got past KLF.
Ooh.
So Kelly's struggling. Problem is, Kelly's about to lap Kelly's not far from lapping Monkey Boy, who is the next car to him. So P6 looks the lowest for Kelly at the moment. And I wonder if that's given... Well, Dan would have got damage from bouncing off the wall. So he's now got to recatch Sutty with a damaged car.
Yep, as Monkeys Hypertech their P8, so never give up. Ooh, that's wide by Hypertech. I better not watch him anymore because he might make... Noser's back in the pits.
He is back in the pits. PN just took through a couple of seconds. I just need to run off to the toilet.
As the lead now is 2.1 seconds between Sutty and Dan, but how quick can Dan catch Sutty? Ginger Bush not even passed through. Trying to figure out who he is. He's now coming up to quarry. Cavalier P5, good showing by Bentleys. Hypertech and the lone Ferrari in Pro-Am isn't racing because his wheelbase is broken. I have opinions of that. When you've still got another device you can play a game on. Though Kelly's struggling. Kelly looks like he's struggling. He does. He doesn't need to defend from a lap car. Look at this. Nope, there's a lap between them. No, that's for Monkey Boy. As you lot are all watching Dan, as Matt had to step away briefly. The lead is down to a second. Ginger Bush in P3. As he lets rip the sound of the 911. You can't hear this now. Yeah, I can. Daz in P4, but because either the game glitched and didn't change his tyres and display, or something like that could also have been possible, because this is the old version of the game. 3-year-old version of the game.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Right.
Kelly looked like he's struggling. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, looks like he's got big damage to the rear there, but Dan's pulled out to the outside of Sutty. He's re-caught Sutty back up. Dan pulls to the outside line now then. Coming down the Second, the first straight, the mountain straight, I do believe, into Quarry. And Sutty just able to hold that inside line and keep ahead. Nosa still in the pits after big damage to the front end of his car. Struggled tonight as the Aston Martin, but hey, look, finishes the race, it's going to be P10.
Yeah, and there's points at the end of the day. It's more points than Leon, because Leon's retired. It's more points than what Ant's going to get, because he's having wheel issues, which I still think is not a good enough excuse when you can use a controller. And come last. Or win in Am. Oh, DJ Phil's in front of... Oh, DJ Phil's well off the track with the leaders coming around. Hypertext 13 seconds behind Monkey, but Hypertext looked like he's being held up by Kelly.
He does a little bit, but Kelly obviously the lead car. Monkey looks like he's struggling in the second race. Dan as well there, while he was on about DJ Phil, Dan looks like he's started to lose a bit of time to Sutty because of DJ Phil sort of having his moment.
Yeah, there's DJ Phil's in the wall. He's taken out all the Amarak V6 advertising boards. He's hit the wall again. Look, he's struggling to keep that in a straight line. There.
So DJ Phil, not the race he'd have wanted. Oh no, yeah, he's off again, down towards the chase. Dan, they're 1.2 behind Sutty, and this is going to be the last lap of the race. So Sutty could be on for a race win.
It is going to be the last lap of the race unless they do a 1 minute 50 from somewhere.
Leader is on the final lap. And Sutty is well ahead. So Sutty at the minute on an absolute flyer so far. He could be the race winner. Ginger Bush nowhere near these two. Daz, we believe pedal problems was the issue. Cavaliers 25 seconds off the back of Daz, but that'll give him the position. It'll also give Kelly the position. Daz may still finish ahead of Monkey Boy though in this race.
Well, 130-second penalty, what you get for not changing tyres, unless so the game's glitched. The game could have glitched as stop and not said, because that's highly possible as well. You know.
Well, let's see what happens. But at the minute, Dan trying to gain on Sutty, but has Dan left it one lap too late? Sutty can cruise home from here. Gap's coming down. I wouldn't be cruising, but I mean, up and down the mountain. We've already seen Dan make one mistake up and down the mountain. And Dan looks a little twitchy.
He does. He thing is, though, don't really... Well, you want the most race wins in the season, don't he? Does Dan to beat Fury's record. In Pro-Am, what was it? Season? I don't know. I'm not.
12 or 13, I think. I think it was 13.
13 wins in like whatever
Here
season
comes Dan.
It was. On
Season 2, Season 3. Here comes Dan on the back of Sutty Apex. This is for the race win. It is Dan versus Sutty as down towards the end of the lap they come. Who will do it? Dan is right in the slipstream of Sutty Apex here. He now pulls to what will be the outside line. He backs out of it through the left-hander. Is he going to try and set Sutty up? Sutty just needs to hit every single braking point bang on. Needs to just park her on the apex. Sutty Apex. He's got one corner left. Just needs to defend it. And absolutely Jason Plato it out of Dan there. It's going to be 6 podiums in a row for Sutty. That's a given. As Dan nearly drives into the back of him. And Dan spins around. Sutty Apex will be your race winner at race of Bathurst. Great drive from Sutty. Dan at the end went for a gap. It's P2 for him. Good stuff from Dan.
Hey, Bentley's won a race in every category so far.
So far, no pressure overtaker. Yeah, exactly.
No pressure on you, overtaker.
Ginger Bush will get P3. Good drive from Ginger Bush. Quiet one, but a good drive.
Very good drive. Couple of mistakes, but it's a tricky track.
Yeah, tricky track, but for him, he got the job done. Well, Daz would be crossing line P4. DJ Phil, by the way, did not pit. Don't know why. He's tried to stick at it when he's 4 laps ahead of Nosa. It will be P9 for DJ Phil. It will be P10 for Nosa. Struggles for Nosa.
Cool, you imagine how big the gaps would be at Nürburgring when we do a half-an-hour race on 45 minutes race around Nürburgring.
Daz is coming to the end. So, driver of the day. Unorthodox. Sooty, DJ Phil, Monkey Boy. There are your options. Get your votes in the poll. Daz finishes P4, but has 130 seconds to his name. Monkey Boy is going to finish P7 in this second race, so not the race 2 he would have wanted. Cavalier, though, he's going to be P4 in this one because of Daz's time penalty. That'll bump Cavalier, and you'd imagine KLF up a place, so Kelly will be able to get P5. Cavalier crosses the line 5th. We'll see where he finishes. Hypertech and Kelly are fighting. You know, it doesn't update until after.
Yeah, here comes KLF.
Here comes KLF and Hypertech.
Hypertech's a lap down behind.
Yeah, Hypertech P8. There we go. Daz gets 6th place. Hypertech gets P8. Monkey Boy gets P7. Daz Automatic P6. Right then, that was your racing. That was your Pro-Am race. Hopefully the top 3 join us in the comms box for a quick chat. But that was your final race of the evening. 4 tracks left to go. 8 races left. And the Manufacturers' Championship. Bentley now 326 points clear. Honda, Porsche, Honda, McLaren, Ferrari and Audi can all still win. Honda closed the gap slightly on McLaren tonight. Porsche AP6 not in it at all. In terms of Constructors' Championship, it is Audio Sport who are 231 points clear with 532 still up for grabs. So, you know, a couple more good results and it'll go their way. Dynaco Racing moving to 2nd place with KD Racing 3rd. Greasy Bandit are 4th with the Switchback Racing Team 5th. Worst Pace Scenario down in P6. In terms then of the Drivers' Championship, nearly half of the grid or half of the drivers cannot win the championship, meaning that Dan is getting closer, but he has now a 138 point lead over Sooty Apex. Daz moves down to P3. Kelly stays P4 but is a little off the back of the top 3. Kishenyika is 5th with Dennis Newman P6. Hypertech moves into 7th with Noza up to 8th. Ginger Bush up to 9th. DJ Phil 10th, still ahead of Monkey Boy P11. Ants drops down to 12th with Lucas Roth 13th. Cavalier P14 with Bryn 15, Leon 16th, and Shoemaker 17th. Just Gaming Real P18. We are joined then by Dan and by Sooty. We'll start though with 2nd place man. Dan P2. Sooty gave you a good fight, and it was a ballsy move at the end, but you wasn't able to pay it off. Well, let me turn you up even more. So I turned you up after race 1. You are nearly on max volume, but there we go.
I don't know. I'll put this closer to my face as well. Maybe that's a bit louder, but I mean, yeah. I mean, I kind of owed Sooty one. You know, I stole his record back on Project Cars. It's a little bit salty about that still, but.
Yeah. At the elbow. Yeah. Kind of off the wall into the side of Sooty. Yeah. We go to Laguna Seca next. What can you do around there? Obviously, championship pretty much, really, 284 points left up for grabs. It's pretty much wrapped up. But Laguna can be difficult at times. Do you think the Audi will be capable around there? Yeah. Well, Dan, congratulations on the win tonight and the second place. Well done. Sutty, it was a race win tonight. It was a good drive, really. A first and a third. It's been a good night for you and the team.
Yeah, it's been good. Dan, we were having like a good chuckle. Obviously, we were in the same party. My tyre pressures on the right were woeful. Up the top of the mountain, I was braking where he didn't have to. We just had a good fight. It was good fun, good clean fun.
You've obviously enjoyed Bathurst, as Dan said. You was a previous lap record here on Project Cars 2 at SimPlay Motorsport. But tonight, something a little different. ACC. The rain didn't help tonight.
No, it was, like I said, the pressures, the setup felt nice, a bit too stable for me. So every time I pushed, it either went wide, I was getting too close to the walls, I was having to lift. And my tyre pressures went up to like 32.5 at one point, on my right-hand side, even after the pit stop where I dropped the pressures, I'd said to Dan, I said, it's a shame I can't get on and practice more, to be honest, because I think then I might be able to close the gap a bit more. I'm getting more confident on the brakes, as Dan seen when I giggled. Sent one on him. So we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. But yeah, I appreciate that, Dan. It was good fun.
Biggest question is, slicks at the start?
No, I was on wet.
Oh, the Sutty of old would have won that race by being on the slicks, I reckon. Laguna Seca, are you here for this one? Are you at work?
I'm not, because next week I'm going to go and see my mum and dad down Torquay, so I'll be having an early night because I'm driving early in the morning.
There we go. So unfortunately there'll be no Sutty Apex for Laguna Seca, but you'll be back for Suzuka, I do believe, the week after.
Yeah, I think I should be. I'll have to have a look at my shifts, but I'm pretty sure I will be, yeah.
Well, Sutty, we see you in a couple of weeks' time. PN, final thoughts from you and your driver of the day?
Well, race 2 was a lot more exciting with the battle between Sutty and Dan. Driver of... oh, sorry, back off again. Still can't shift her. Driver of the day, well, I want to give it a DJ Phil, but he was not that good in race 2. So I'm going to go with Sutty for driver of the day.
Yeah, I'm going to go Sutty as well. The fans did go DJ Phil. So the fans' vote goes to DJ Phil. The commentators' vote goes to Sutty. So them boys are the drivers of the day today. DJ Phil, your fan driver of the day. Sutty Apex, your commentator driver of the day. We head for Pro-Am to Laguna Seca, where we hope there will at least be 10 cars on the grid to bring you a stream, as well as tomorrow night, Dan Davis and Kelly Davis in the commentary box for the Pro Series, where there is always more than 10 cars to stream. They'll be taking the Bathurst circuit. Now, we've had 3 different nights' worth of racing. We had GT4s, which was greasy and damp, and, you could run the slicks in that race. We had AM last night, which was wet all the way through and got wetter. We've had Pro-Am tonight, where it's been wet, got drier, got wetter. What will Pro get tomorrow night? That's the biggest question. It'll either be bone dry or flooded. They're my guesses. Either one. Flooded will be fantastic. Coming down the hill, mountain, to the elbow, flooded conditions. Lovely. We have been SimPlay Motorsport. Thank you all for tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. Me and Dan will be bringing you a proper broadcast with actual camera angles on the PS5 Sunday evening, 8 p.m. GMT at Monza. So it should be an absolutely fantastic one on the PS5 version of the game, where we get to see some new fancy cars, more than likely, out on the circuit. PN, thanks for joining me once again tonight.
Yep, no worries. I would say tune in tomorrow night and hear me again, but I'm not. I'm having a night off.
Night off for you. Dan Davis and Kelly Davis in the commentary box. Sticky and Sticky Jr. in the box tomorrow night, as we've not had Kelly in for quite a while. In fact, last season, I believe, when Kelly was in, Dan? Silverstone last season. That will be tomorrow night's action. The pros will be around Bathurst. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.